Hey, what's up guys? My name is Moda and welcome back to the Mining Stacker YouTube channel. So today's video going to be covering a long-awaited miner from Goldshell. It is probably the most popular box miner, the most popular mini ASIC, the mini Doge 2. So we're going to go over the specs, going to go over what it looks like in comparison to the previous one, what profitability looks like, and when we should expect to see it, right? So if that sounds good guys, stay tuned, all right? So let's get right to it. Goldshell announced on their Twitter. So if you've been following them, though, they've been teasing it. They teased it over the weekend. They've been releasing a tweet a day, pretty much insinuating it was going to be coming out. And we finally got the specs today. Okay. So they did keep up with that same trend where it's two of the previous box miners in one. Okay. So it's almost the exact same scenario here. We can see here in full hash rate mode, it's 420 mega hash at 400 watts. Okay, it does also have that low hash rate mode, which is a nice feature for the bear market, right? For that profitability factor. But overall, the look identical to the others. No mention if there's going to be a Wi-Fi or non-Wi-Fi version, or if it's just going to be one. Picture doesn't show the little antenna, but they may do something similar with like the KD box, where a few days later they'll add the option later. But I would think that they're going to release it right off the bat, but who knows. But let's compare it to the previous model. So it's 205 mega hash at 220 watts. So there is a slight efficiency gain, right? Because if we doubled it exactly, we'd be at 440. So there is a slight efficiency gain there, but not much to really speak of. But on the low power mode, it is a decent bump. Okay, it is almost a 20% efficiency gain in comparison to the regular mode, which is not bad, right? But in the grand scheme of things, if you're only running one, the 140 watts, you're not going to necessarily notice too much. So realistically, if this is all you're running, you're going to want to probably just run it in full hash rate mode anyway, right? So let's look at the profitability. So again, here, essentially, we can just double it, right? This is at a 10-cent kilowatt hour. It's currently at a 7-cent loss, but it's close enough where the profitability really matters. If you put it in that low hash rate mode, chances are it'll be break even. But again, those 140 watts, you're not really going to notice too much of there. But this one's a little bit different in a sense that the profitability almost doesn't even matter to an extent, just because Doge is so freaking popular. Okay, like this guy has been in this range for quite a while, but it's still extremely sought after, extremely wanted. If you go on the Discord, they're always mentioning it. They're always talking about it. They've been trying to get them to re-release. So it's super, super popular. Regardless, even if it was like 50 cents profit, negative 50 cents profit per day, it would still sell out. Okay, because a lot of people just love Doge. They want to support the project. They want to have that miner. They know that in the bull market, because of the hype, even if they don't plug it in, they just keep it, they know it's going to resell for like double or triple, right? Because even right now, if we compare it to the Mini Doge Pro, we go on eBay and look for them, right? Because they haven't restocked them forever. But we do see auctions here for used ones already over $400, right? There's two current live ones. Some buy it nows. If we look at the previously sold ones, they're in that like $400 to $500 range, right? Per model. Okay, keep in mind that this guy is essentially two of those in one. Okay, and these are actively selling for this amount. Okay, so if this is one you are eyeing, you're going to want to pay attention to that release date because it is going to sell out and resellers are going to inflate this price because it is so popular. Okay, so please factor that in. If we go by the previous releases, right, this is either most likely, my personal guess, going to release either tomorrow or the day after. The only reason it may not release tomorrow, it should release tomorrow, but the only reason it may not is I know a lot of the promos end tomorrow, right? So they may wait a day to get all that stuff off their website and focus on this, okay? Or they may just drop it tomorrow. But for those of you who subscribe, I would highly recommend subscribing because I do those community posts as soon as I see this thing go live. Okay, so if we compare it to like the SC box, for example, I posted as soon as it went live on their website, which it went live on their website before they put it out there. Okay, they think they put the tweet out like right before 9 o'clock. They also put an email out right at that time. But I started like looking at the site like around a little bit before 7, and it was actually already live on their website at that point, and for you to be able to purchase prior to them making the official announcement, right? So I could see the same thing happening with this one. So if you are interested, you are up early, look for that timeline, right? Sometime between 6:30, 7:30. Start refreshing it. If you guys do subscribe, I will post up. I am up early because I get up with my son. So I'm usually up at that time anyway. So if I do see it, I will post it. But keep in mind, this guy is going to sell out almost guaranteed. Okay? None of this is financial advice. Not trying to shill it or anything. But again, this thing is super popular. Again, even going on eBay. See the older models still selling at that price. So it's going to sell out. We'll see what the price is though. Right, where we're kind of guesstimating that price on the SC box, and because of that recent pump, where we're guesstimating that at the high end it would be at the $399. Realistically, it should have been like $299, maybe $329, but it did come in at that $399 and it did sell out. Okay, it wasn't an instant sellout, but it did sell out throughout the day. This guy, different story. Super popular. The lowest I would think it's going to come in at is $399. It should be priced at $399, but again, because of that hype, don't be surprised if they price gouge it, okay? Especially resellers. If this thing does sell out quickly, you're going to see this thing on those, those vendors and distributor sites for probably double. Don't be surprised to see that, okay? Not saying it's for sure. Could stay there all day, but again, because of the popularity, kind of doubt it, right? So again, timeline, most likely tomorrow, possibly the day after. Start looking between 6:30 to 7:30. The official announcement is typically around 9 o'clock Eastern. Again, these times are Eastern Standard Time. But be ready for it. Again, out of all of them, this would probably be the one I would consider getting. Only because, again, regardless of profitability, regardless of anything, this thing is going to resell in the bull market. Okay, you could essentially mine on it this whole time. And almost guaranteed you're going to get what you paid for it in the bull market, right? If not more. Most likely more because, again, of how popular these things are. Especially if it's in that $400 range. If they get super greedy and try to come out at like $6.99 or $7.99, then that's going to change things quite a bit. But wouldn't be the most surprising thing in the world. But again, the fair price would be like $3.99. I could see a $4.49 only because the SC box did come in at that high end. But who knows, right? Hopefully we'll find out tomorrow. But again, if it is over that point, be a little more wary of it, especially if you're just getting to try to like flip it or something, right? Just put that into perspective. But there still is a ton of interest for this thing. People have been asking it for the longest. And again, people love their damn Doge regardless of price action, right? So currently it's about 8 cents. But again, it's super volatile because anytime Elon mentions it or there's Twitter news, it goes up and down. Okay, but again, if it's one you're interested, keep up to date, guys. Expect it in the next day or two. Okay? So again, just wanted to give you that quick update. That way you are aware, because most likely, again, it will be tomorrow morning. Okay? So please be aware. Resale is probably going to suck if you're looking to buy it from like a vendor. So be aware of that also. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, especially if you're thinking about getting one. And thank you for watching, guys, and I'm out.